I've been rebuilding my garage workspace, and today I'm going to be building a storage solution for all of these. I want to get these up and out of the way, so my plan is to make a row of holders along the top of this wall. I've been playing around with some basic layouts in SketchUp, so they'll look something like this when I'm done. This design is a work in progress though, and it's probably going to change as I go along. Alright, for this project I'm just using 2x4s, and first step is to rip those down to 2 1/4 inches. Next up, once I have all those pieces, I'm cutting them at a length of about 2 feet. This whole project, to hang 7 bins, only used about 4 8-foot 2x4s. So it's an extremely affordable solution to hang these bins up, and I'm just using scraps of 2x4s I already had in the garage. Alright, next up, I'm just marking the locations for the screws that are going to go through these rails and up into the ceiling, and making sure that I measured out where my joists are so the screws will have something to grab onto there. Once those are marked out, I'm just clamping this down and pre-drilling some holes to attach the two 2x4s together. These are not in the locations that I've already marked, but just to fasten these 2 boards together. So add and spread on some glue and screw these together. Alright, and repeat that process with the rest of the rails. Okay, now to bring this over to the drill press, or you could just use a regular drill for this as well, and just using a Forstner bit to bore out some holes for the screws so that they can reach through to the ceiling. And now just rounding over the end, definitely an optional step here though. Alright, first big mistake. I bored out all these holes on the wrong side. They're supposed to be over here. Did it correctly on this one, but not on the other one, so I gotta redo a bunch of these. Yeah, it's just the way it goes sometimes. So I'll redo those, and then I'll be moving and getting ready to putting these up on the ceiling here. And just speeding through those fixes. Alright, I got these cut with the holes on the correct side now, so I'm ready to go and start putting them up on the ceiling. There's a couple things that I'm a little concerned about. One is just that since all the weight is held just on the rails here, there's nothing supporting the bottom of the bins. So that's something I'm just gonna have to keep an eye on. I don't plan on loading these with really heavy stuff, but I'm just gonna keep an eye on to see if the bottom of the bins sag, since there's no support on the bottom there. But if there's any ideas to help mitigate that, you can always let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I'm gonna get these up there and see how it looks. I'm just using a spacer that's 2 1/4 inches wide to put a cleat up on the wall, since it's only gonna be holding one side of one bid. I'm using the lid to measure out the width to put the next rail up, and marking that with pencil and screwing it into place. And attempting to check that it's strong enough before testing the fit and moving on to the next rail. It's just repeating that process a few more times till all the rails are up in place. Now to test to make sure all the bins fit, and they slide in super well. And there they are. I actually added 3 more rails off camera since I have a few more bins inside that I'm going to be bringing out to the garage. Alright, so I've put up enough rails to hang 7 bins, and I have room for a couple more at the end if I want to add on as well. I think it turned out pretty great. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and if you want to follow along as I continue to rebuild my workshop,
please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.